Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live Argentina discussion. A very, very special Argentina discussion because we are going to talk about the 2026 World Cup draw. I'm not alone. No. I'm not alone. Osvaldo is joining us in just a couple of moments. Actually, he's going to be joining us right now. There you are, Osvaldo. First things first, how are you? How's everything? And take everybody's comments, of course. What a draw.
Yes, Roy, what a confusing draw at some moments. First time with this format, although I read a lot before the draw, while it was happening, it was still very confusing. Uh, I'm happy with our group. I'm sure we're gonna talk about that. I'm not very excited about what might happen in the round of 16.
Those were exactly my thoughts. Exactly my thoughts. I think group wise on paper, not the worst group in the world, but it's everything that's going to come after that group. And let's get to the chat and see how everyone's doing. Hemlock saying hello, hi to Hemlock. Hello, my friend. Seba's on the basement for now. For now, Seba's still there, but a big hello to us and hello to you as well. I want a round of 16. So excited. Then I was so nervous. A lot of emotions. Definitely a lot of emotions. There's a lot going on. I had a feeling. I don't know why. I'll say this before the start. I had a feeling we would get Austria. I don't know why. I didn't know how the overall group would be. I just had a feeling we'd get Austria, and ultimately we did. Let's jump into the group right away, and then we'll mix and match. We'll go into the comments and everything. We got a lot of stuff to get to. We'll take a look at the entire draw, not just Argentina, of course. But as always, if hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button to be the first person notified as soon as we go live. And just everybody, before we get started, sorry, Osvaldo, let us know your thoughts, everybody, down below in the chat. Algeria, opening matches against them, Austria, and then Jordan. Algeria is difficult, but the way Brazil's group was shaping up when they got Morocco, I felt a little bit better, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yes, and of course we gotta be careful, especially with Austria. They're an European team, and I think they have some players like Savitzer, Algeria with
Oh, I think we lost Osvaldo. I think we lost Osvaldo. We'll continue without Osvaldo until he's back. I think we lost him. I know we got Osvaldo back. Some technical difficulties, everybody. We are live, so this does happen, of course. There you go, Osvaldo. Could you hear us?
I can't hear you very well, Roy. Let me just take me out of the Zoom for a little bit. I'm gonna
No.
try to rejoin.
All right. Some technical difficulties, everybody. But we are back. All right. Algeria, maybe not the most difficult of African opponents, though still a very difficult team. And you know what? Let's get to the chat. See what everyone's talking about. Mr. Abdullah saying hello. A big hello to you as well. Opera Vu, I'm sorry. Hi, what do we know about Algeria? Are they good? Look, every time I've watched Algeria, or at least the highlights, they've been good. They've been good. We're going to talk about this, Ismail. I'm confident about the group. I'm confident about everything. It's Argentina, but I think the knockout stages will be a little bit more difficult. Love from Bangladesh, Mr. Abdullah. Thank you for joining. Danielle Susai, hello. I thought we would get Norway. I thought we were going to get Norway because that country was not being picked until the very, very end. But no Norway for Argentina. All right. I think we got Osvaldo back. Yeah, we do. We got Osvaldo back. There you are, Osvaldo.
Perfect. Yeah, I was saying, the first reactions to the group. You can think of some good players in those teams: Algeria, Austria. We were mentioning Savitzer, Mares in Algeria. Jordan, to be 100% honest, I don't know much. Uh, but I don't think we really can complain. And as you were saying, if you see other groups, um,
More
it's
difficult.
exactly,
There
exactly.
are more difficult teams for sure. Groups.
Yes, but of course, the main concern, which is something that I didn't understand until I started scrolling on X, to be 100% honest, was that the fact that Argentina might play in round of 32 with either Uruguay or Spain. It was also confusing. I don't know if it was also for Uruguay. I still don't understand why when Argentina in the pot one they were chosen for Group I. They selected them to Group J. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but it was all very confusing.
They said something, and maybe someone in the chat could better explain it. And like I said, we're going to get back to the chat in just a moment. They said something along the lines of Argentina and Spain have to be on opposite sides of the bracket, something like that, up until I believe the final, because Spain is ranked number 1 in the rankings, in the FIFA rankings, and Argentina is ranked 2. So I believe if Argentina would have initially been in Group I instead of J, they could have played each other. I don't know. It was
I
so
think
confusing.
I think it's if Argentina and Spain they both finish first, which is the logical thing, they can face each other until the finals.
Okay, there we go.
But which makes sense. But what I was reading these days was that Argentina, Spain, France, and England couldn't face each other until the semifinals. But that's not the case. Argentina can easily play Spain in a round of 32.
Spain or Uruguay, even in round of 32, and then potentially, depending on how things go, Portugal in the quarterfinals or round of 16, quarterfinal. There's a lot. There's a lot. We still got to figure it out. Uh,
Yeah,
we're just as confused as everybody else, everybody. But let's take a look at the chat, see what everyone's saying. MMA saying physical first game and will be tight defense. Yes, and we'll go through Argentina's matches in the fixtures, of course. Ismail saying last time we had Saudi, so we cannot take any team easy. I fully agree, 100%. Let Osvaldo out of the basement. Daniel saying Hollywood draw could have been a lot worse of a draw. Muralimik, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Portugal, Argentina in quarters. It could be. I believe that happens if one of them finishes first and the other second. I think that's the only way it could happen. I'm not sure. It's
I'm getting
confusing.
scared, Roy. I'm sorry, but I'm getting scared.
It's tough. It's tough. Tamujit from Austin, Texas. Welcome, Tamujit. Is Mara still playing for Algeria? I think he is. I don't remember reading anything saying he stopped or he retired. Cold Soup Day. We are ready for anyone. That we are. That we are. Argentina are.
For sure.
Mr. Abdullah saying Brazil were close to getting Norway. That would have been a difficult group, a more difficult group. Brazil, Morocco, Norway would have been interesting. And yeah, no Norway, no Morocco. I'm happy. Those, I'll be honest, those were two teams I was very much hoping to avoid.
Yes, but let me tell you something, Roy. The more I think about it, I'm not as happy as the draw as when it came because think of this: this World Cup is different from the previous ones. In this one, most likely it's the best two teams of each group, but also some of the best thirds. So you could say that Argentina almost has guaranteed going to the next round. Of course, the matches you have to play, and it's a World Cup, and anything can happen. But I would have really liked an easier path after getting to the next round of the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know, just the fact that we could play Spain, Uruguay in the round of 32, maybe then Portugal round of 16. Um, it's gonna be very tough.
No, it will be. It absolutely will be. And I get what you mean. I absolutely understand. MMH saying they can't play each other until semi or final, but they have to be group and top. We'll finish the comments, then we'll jump through what could potentially be afterwards to go back to what you were saying, Osvaldo. Austin Rodriguez saying if we top the group, we might face Uruguay in round of 32, Portugal round of 16, Brazil or England in semis. That's a difficult road. That's a difficult road. We need to get the road to the final. This is so confusing. Love from Bangladesh. Thank you so much for joining. Rohan, Portugal are getting group, bruh. I don't think so. I mean, Colombia is a good team. Uzbekistan, I don't know, and I have to take a look who the intercontinental path for the playoffs is. The other one, but Villarreal fan TV, welcome, saying good draw, but a little disappointed that we might face slightly stronger team. I'm worried that it will give us false sense of confidence with no real test. We'll see how that one goes, for sure, for
Yes,
sure.
because that's another thing. You could have been in a group that the first one played a best third, but that was not the case for Argentina.
No. Oh, it's true. It's true.
We're
Yeah,
playing a second from another
playing
group.
playing second. Yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, let's try and make this maybe a little bit less confusing because I believe everyone's confused at this point. So, first match, Argentina will face Algeria on June 16. We don't know. The venue is not 100% confirmed just yet. Could be in Kansas City or Santa Clara in California.
Yeah.
So Algeria June 16, and then 6 days later, Argentina will play Austria. That one will either be in Arlington, Texas, or Santa Clara, California. And then the last group stage match for Argentina, 5 days later, June 27, Argentina will face Jordan. So 16, Algeria, 22nd, Austria, and the 27th is against Jordan. And then, I mean, I'm taking a look. It's so confusing. It's if Argentina top Group J, which I'm trying to look at this bracket here. If Argentina top Group J, they will face the runner-up of Group H. Group H being Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, or Uruguay. So if Argentina top the group, they will play Spain or Uruguay most likely, or
Yes.
Cape Verde or Saudi Arabia.
And that round of 32 match would be in Miami.
Ah,
That's
okay.
that's apparently that's also confirmed. It would be nice. Like the most logical thing would be Argentina against Uruguay. Maybe in Miami. We know how many
Yeah,
Argentinians and Uruguayans are in Miami. That would be an amazing match.
massive, massive. Now, the opposite is also true. If Argentina finish second in the group, they'll face the first place of Spain, Uruguay, Cape Verde, and who's the other group? I'm so sorry. I'm looking at 10 different things right now.
Cape
Saudi
Verde,
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
And if Argentina finishes third and is one of the best thirds, they would play the first one from the group of Colombia, Portugal, Uzbekistan, another
Wow.
team.
Wow. Yeah, that's not easy. The Argentina is, I want to say Argentina is on the more difficult side of the bracket. If the traditional bracket makes any sense still when you look at the teams.
Yes, because on one side of the bracket you have the host. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have the three hosts from what I could tell. Yes.
On one side. Okay.
Um Group A, Group B. I don't know. No, it's not as traditional as it was. We might be
Okay.
wrong. We might be wrong.
Okay. 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 Okay.
But Mr. Abdullah saying 8 best thirds will qualify for the round of 32. So, I mean, there's a lot of different variations that could happen here. A
Eight
lot.
out of 12
Eight
groups.
out of 12.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yes. 8 out of 12. MMH, valid point. Finalissima should be canceled. We could be getting a Finalissima in March and then part two in June. It's crazy. It's crazy. MMH saying, I'm happy with the group because now Scaloni will look for good, pacey fullback for group stage. That's very true. And see, this is one thing, just looking at the group. I can't remember the last time Argentina faced a team like Algeria that, moves the ball very well, good down the wings, very pacey, can be physical at times. I don't think Argentina has faced a team like that in a while, maybe since the Copa America. I'm talking, or maybe even outside of that, probably since the World Cup, to be honest, excluding a South American team.
Yes. I'm trying to think. Maybe they did, but when was the last time Argentina played an African team this good or with this level?
Oh my gosh. That's a long, long time. It would have been maybe Nigeria at the World Cup in 2018, the
Yes.
last time Argentina faced an African team.
It's always
Off the top of
tough
my head,
against
yeah.
African teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking this good. Obviously, Argentina played Angola last month, but I'm talking about a team that
Exactly.
qualified for the World Cup.
That's what I
It's
meant.
yeah, it's been a long time. It's certainly been a long time. Cold Soup Day saying, why aren't other teams afraid to play us? Oh, they are. Trust me, they are. I know some, especially online, are underestimating the national team, but I think the players of other national teams know how good Argentina is. I don't doubt that. All right, AC saying hi, Roy and Osvaldo. Hello, hello. That's it. Physical and pacey team. Physical and pacey team. Before we take a look at maybe the rest of the tournament, the rest of the World Cup, of course, and everything, we touched on it. Is this one of the more easier groups at this World Cup, Osvaldo? I mean, and I'm asking everybody else as well. I mean, because you look at Group A, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and then you're going to get a European team there. Group B, Canada, European team, Qatar, Switzerland. That could be tricky. Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland is interesting for me.
It is because Morocco and Scotland they're solid teams. and Brazil is not in the best moment of their history, I would say. So that's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. That will certainly be a fun one. Um, Let me ask you this, and I'll ask everybody else this question actually. Would you guys rather have our group or Brazil's group?
Ours,
Our group? I would go with
yes,
our group as well. No disrespect
but
to some.
exactly, but that's where, yeah, I don't know exactly Brazil's path in case they qualify to the next round,
Uh,
but that's what it gets tricky because I think that in this World Cup, more it's more important to see what is the potential road starting in the round of 32, maybe play a best third, than to actually have a easy group. Because
okay, so
again, almost three out of four teams qualify to the next round.
which is true, and a good comment here. Our group is good. Never underestimate any team. Absolutely, we're not underestimating any team. Just saying on paper, it could have been a much more difficult group, but still, and we learned our lesson from Saudi Arabia in 2022 and before that. No team is easy. Absolutely not. To go back to your question, Osvaldo, and actually, MMH saying our group for sure. Villarreal saying definitely easier groups, but harder in the knockout stages. Uh, we're fine. Absolutely. Now, to answer your question, Osvaldo, if Brazil finishes first, they're in Group C. If they win that group, they will face the runner up of Group F. And the runner up of Group F is Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, or a European playoff team.
Okay.
So you could get Brazil, Japan, you could get Brazil, Netherlands, you can get Brazil, Tunisia, or Brazil, whoever the other European team would be. So
Yes. Okay.
again,
Okay.
that's not an easy road for them. Netherlands are tricky. So and Japan is very, very good.
Yes. Yes.
So
It's gonna be a good World Cup for sure.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Mr. Abdullah saying exactly as Valdo, group should not be a problem. The real game starts after that. Yes, it does. Um, Question here: what about venues? It's not 100% confirmed just yet for the venues in terms of where. So it's either going to be in Kansas City, Santa Clara, or Arlington, Texas, depending on the match for Argentina.
Yes. That's another thing that was confusing about this time. Just that we don't have the venues confirmed and we have to wait until tomorrow. There's there's not gonna be another draw tomorrow. They're just gonna decide where each team is gonna play. That's also weird, to be honest.
It's very weird. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know if they're doing that because, as an example, they might think, well, you know what? Argentina will get more fans in California than they would in Kansas City. So Argentina is going to
Yeah.
play in California, not Kansas City. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't think they mentioned it. They mentioned there's going to be a halftime show in the World Cup final, similar to the Super Bowl, but venue-wise, they did not mention at all, at all. And let's not forget, Mr. Abdullah, good question. Italy's still to come as well, if they qualify. Of course, they're still a bit far away from that. Um, all right, let's uh, let's take a look now. We'll go through the groups. Tell me who you think is going to make it out of each group, Osvaldo, and I'll ask the
Okay.
chat as well. I'm just trying to get the Path D winner. Okay, so Group A, and I'll maybe bring this up on screen. Might be a little bit easier for everybody. I'll bring this up on screen here. All right, let's see how this looks like now. Group A, Mexico, the hosts, of course, South Africa, South Korea, or UEFA Path D. UEFA Path D being Denmark, North Macedonia, the Czech Republic, or Republic of Ireland.
Yes. Well, first of all, it's Mexico against South Africa, same as in the 2010 World Cup. The first match, for the first time, they're
Was
gonna
it?
play the first match of a World Cup, like two teams again, like
Yeah.
for a second time. And I think in that one of the European teams is gonna pass from that playoff. I think Denmark is a good team. Uh, and then
South
I'll probably
Korea.
go with Mexico just because they're hosts.
Okay.
Uh, and I really didn't follow much about South Africa and Korea. but I would say Mexico because they're the host.
Okay, okay. So you got that. I'm gonna go with Mexico as well, and I'm gonna go with South Korea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Mexico, South Korea on that. I don't know. I have a feeling we're gonna get a couple of surprises as we always do. Next up, we have the hosts Canada versus previous hosts Qatar, Switzerland, and then this is the group that could have Italy. So
Okay.
Wales, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Italy, Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Wow.
I think for this one it's gonna be Italy and Switzerland. Although Canada had a good Copa America last
Yeah.
year, they surprised. I remember it was in the semifinals that we play against them
Right.
again.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think it's gonna be potentially Italy and Switzerland.
Okay. I I'm inclined to go with that. I think Italy would as well, and Switzerland, or Switzerland and Canada, or
Yes.
Switzerland and Canada. Uh,
Again, let's remember 8 out of the 12 thirds are gonna pass to the next round. So
true.
Canada can easily go as a best third, for example.
No, absolutely, 100%. For now, we'll stick to the top two.
Yes.
Might be a little
It
bit more
gets too complicated.
too complicated. Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland. I'll go Brazil, Morocco, but I would not mind seeing Morocco, Scotland.
I would love it. I would love it, but I agree with you. I think, but that's again, we don't want to make it complicated. But
No.
Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, that's a group that we could see them three going to the next round.
Yes, yes, 100%. 100%. Let's see who's in this group. Now, we have Group D hosts the United States, Paraguay, Australia, and then we have Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo.
Yeah,
This
for
is
this
tough.
one, for this one, I think that any two could qualify to the next round. I don't know about you, Roy.
This is tough. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, United States as hosts, they have Pochettino as coach. Paraguay, not bad. Australia has been historically pretty good. They have not been bad. A team like Turkey has been solid lately. If Turkey makes it, I'll go. Ay, ay, ay. I'll go. I don't know. Turkey, United States, or I'll go Turkey, United States. This is a difficult one.
I'll go with Paraguay and the United States.
Paraguay, United States. Okay, I could see Paraguay making it as well. This is, as you mentioned, this is a more difficult one where any two teams could make it. Oof, this one, Group E, you have Germany, Curacao, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Germany, Ecuador, but don't count out Ivory Coast.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you.
Don't count that one out. Next up, all right. Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and then Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, Albania. I'm gonna go with Netherlands, Japan.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yes. Yeah,
Japan.
Netherlands, Japan.
All right. Group G: Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Belgium, Egypt, maybe.
Yes. I'd
Maybe.
say yes. The thing with Iran and New Zealand, I think there's a gap between Belgium, Egypt, and Iran and New Zealand.
Yeah.
So I agree. Yeah, I think Belgium, Egypt, they're gonna qualify. Yeah.
All right. Group H: Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. I think we agreed the two on this.
You never know with Saudi Arabia.
Very true.
Maybe making
Very true. You know
another
what?
surprise.
I'll go with Uruguay, Saudi Arabia.
I wish, Roy. But
No,
I really
Spain.
think that it's gonna be. I think Spain is gonna win all the matches of the group, and
Yeah.
Uruguay is gonna be second. I will see an Argentina against Uruguay in the round of 32 in Miami.
Ooh, that's a bold statement. I could see it happening, of course, but Spain Uruguay is the last match in that group.
Oof.
That's the last match.
Yeah.
So Uruguay facing Saudi Arabia in the first match, similar to us in 2022.
Yeah.
Um, let's say, going back to the chat really quick. Ismail is saying Iran is better than Egypt. All right. I mean, hey, I won't argue with that. I know I don't know very much when it comes to that. Or just going based off guessing. All right, Group I. This is a difficult one. France, Senegal, Norway, and then Bolivia, Suriname, or Iraq.
Wow.
Uh, France, Senegal, or France, Norway?
Yes, I would say France, Norway. I would love to see Bolivia in that
Yeah, me too.
group.
Me
I
too.
don't know how well they would do outside of La Paz, but it would be interesting to see how Bolivia does in a group like that. But I agree. I think it's France and Norway.
Yeah, I'll go with that. France, Norway. Yes, yes, but very good point here. Don't sleep on Senegal. They beat France in 2002. That was the opening match. France were reigning World Cup champions. Senegal beat them, if I'm not mistaken, 1-0 in the opening match of that tournament. So it's happened in the past. I don't know. I'm inclined to say France, Norway, but Senegal is difficult too. I see three teams. I see these three teams: France, Senegal, Norway, making it out of the group. Top two, I'll say France. You know what? I'll go a little bit different. France, Senegal.
Okay.
I'll go France, Senegal. Um, Ismail saying Senegal, one of the best eight. Just don't want to play Uruguay in last 32.
Me neither.
Uh, Joseph saying, Pibes, I ask you to remember who won the World Cup the last time Argentina and Uruguay met in a knockout round. 1986. Yes, knockout round. Wow.
I think, let me tell you something, Ray. I think that the most logical thing is that Argentina is going to finish first in the group, Uruguay second in the group. That's
Yeah,
the most logical thing. Of course, playing against Uruguay, I don't imagine anything more stressful than that. But it's true that Uruguay in the last year or so, they're in a weird situation with
yeah,
Bielsa players
yeah.
not getting very well along with him. Uruguay dropped their level a little bit. Um, who knows? Maybe we get to play them at the right moment.
Yeah, it's and you're right. You're 100% correct on that. Uruguay lately has been hit or miss. They either perform very well or you have no idea what's happening with them. It would be a classico, and literally in every sense of the word. Argentina, Uruguay, I feel like often form just goes out the window. It's two big rivals. It's the original rivalry in South America, older than Argentina, Brazil. And with everything going on with Bielsa, there were rumors he was going to step aside. He's still there. It's a difficult one. This is a difficult one for them.
Yes, and I'll tell you something. We're jumping too much ahead. But
Yeah.
imagine Bielsa with Uruguay after what happened in 2002 with Bielsa with Argentina.
Yeah.
Imagine eliminating Argentina. It's gonna be tough for him to come back to the country.
outside of Newell's, Bielsa does not. I mean, look, a lot of people still like Bielsa and respect him, of course. We're saying this jokingly, but yeah, outside of Newell's fans, after what happened in 2002 with Bielsa in the World Cup, he lost a lot of fans. So, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's continue with the chat. Um, Argentina beats Uruguay in the second round, but against us, Uruguay might be extra motivated. Uruguay is a solid team. That they are. They absolutely are a solid team. All right, let's continue. Group J, I'm going to go Argentina. Man, I want to say Argentina, Algeria,
I think it's gonna be Argentina and Austria.
Austria. Could be. Yeah.
Yes,
But
yes. I think
don't
uh,
don't count out Jordan. You never know what could happen.
true. I honestly don't know much about their team to be 100% honest.
No, same. I'm being
Is
very, very
it
honest. Same.
is it the first time they play a World Cup?
Jordan,
Maybe
I
no.
want to say no, but I could be
No.
wrong on that. I want to say maybe it's their second, but if it's not their second, it's their first, guaranteed. I don't remember them playing more.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Faiz Kami saying Algeria stronger than Austria, I think. All right. Last two groups: Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and what is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, New Caledonia, Jamaica, or Congo.
I think it's clear. I think it's Portugal and Colombia.
Yeah.
Which one of those two, if you agree with me, Roy, do you think would top the group?
Oh man. Then this is the last match of the group, by the way.
Yes.
Colombia Portugal is the last match in the group. Man, you know what? If, and this is a big if Colombia is motivated, I think they could beat Portugal. If Colombia is motivated.
Yes.
But like if we get the same Colombia motivation and team spirit and everything we got in 2014, Colombia toe to toe could hang with Portugal. But I think
Yes.
Portugal tops the group though.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think
Yes. Yes.
Portugal tops the group.
I don't know. I think Colombia might top the group. They're
Yeah.
playing an amazing football. I think
True.
that with Argentina, they're the two best, most informed national teams in South America.
Yes.
Um, it's gonna be a great match. I also
Oh,
want to see the role of Cristiano Ronaldo with Portugal. The last World Cup, he wasn't playing that much, but now since then he's been playing a lot with Portugal. But I really want to see his role in this World Cup. How much is he gonna play? Is he gonna perform well, more or less?
true. Yeah, that's going to be another one for them, right? For Portugal, how do they handle Cristiano? Does he start? Does he not start? A lot. I don't follow them as much. I mean, I read the results and everything, and I read what people say online. A lot of people are saying Portugal's playing better when he's not in the starting 11. Could be true. I don't watch too much of them. The last Portugal match I watched was against Spain, the Nations League final, like the full match. I mean that I've ever watched, and they look good. Like they look solid, um, and they have a good team. Portugal does have a good team. So,
Great players, yeah.
oh yes, oh yes. Um, oh, thank you so much for this. Thank you. Rather play Saudi than Uruguay, but rather Uruguay than Spain. Man, Argentina, Saudi Arabia. Imagine that.
Yes, a lot
Imagine
of
that.
trauma from
Oh,
the past.
yeah. Oh, yes. They that would be a fun. Not for me. I don't know how fun it would be for us, but it'd be fun for neutrals for sure.
Nothing would be fun. Playing against Spain is not gonna be fun. Uruguay is not gonna be fun. Saudi Arabia, hopefully, Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde, that's it. That's it. Going back to Group K just for a moment. That joke of a group is going to be decided on goal difference. I mean, yeah, I think no disrespect to Uzbekistan. I think it's going to come down to maybe who could score the most goals against them. But that's if they draw. If Colombia and Portugal, if that match ends in a draw. But Portugal is very good. They're really a solid team. Caspian, Portugal versus Colombia, the battle of two dark horses. Yes, I agree. Portugal has solid players at every position, all playing top leagues. Yeah, good fullbacks, good center backs, solid midfield, good goalkeeper, good up front. They're a good team. They're a good team. It's going to be stat padding. All right, last group. And to be honest with you, if this was a traditional two teams makes it out and not three, I could really see England in trouble here. But England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Who do you got, Osvaldo?
I have England and Croatia, although Ghana could make things complicated for both.
Yeah, man, I know England's good. I know a lot of people rate them highly. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying I don't rate England highly, but Croatia has that grit in them. They just never give up, and they have a solid team, and they play as a team. You look at previously what they did versus England. It was in 2018, a while back now, but semifinals they eliminated England. They have the experience. No Modric, not this time. And Ghana's a complicated team to play against. I'll go England, Croatia, but man, I wouldn't be surprised if Ghana sneaks in second place somehow or first even. This is a difficult one, more difficult than
Yes,
people will make it out to be. I think.
yes, I really want to see those matches between Ghana and Croatia, Ghana and England.
Yeah.
Croatia, although in the 2018 they reached the final and they're a great team, they haven't been playing that great recently. You know that it's funny. I went to Croatia not so long ago just because my dad has some relatives there, and based on what I saw there and just the kids playing the street and stuff, I think Croatia is like the Uruguay in South America, but in Europe,
Yeah.
it's a small country, but with a football culture so big. Um, not much population, but with great names. So would do that parallelism with Uruguay in South America.
Oh, that's a very good comparison. Now, of course, I mean, if we go back historically or politically speaking, Yugoslavia was a very good team. Like if Yugoslavia was still a country with all the countries combined, they would have made a couple of World Cup finals. I think, or at least won a Euro or two. They were that good, and Croatia has been that good. Let's not forget Yugoslavia 1990 World Cup took Argentina to penalty kicks. Maradona missed versus them. That was even one of the most infamous penalty kicks there. So yeah, it's Croatia is a tough team. I like the comparison with Uruguay, and I see that grit as I mentioned earlier too. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I see Ghana squeezing in, but I see England also getting freaking lucky somehow and topping the group. But we'll see. We'll see. Trust me, Argentina will be the second team in World Cup competition to win back-to-back World Cups. Man, I hope so. That would be something. That would be something. And yes, take it game by game. Group B is the easiest group. Man, what was in Group B? Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and Wales, Bosnia, Italy, Northern Ireland. Yeah, maybe. Could be, maybe. Let's see. Good question. Question is, do you have faith that Argentina will win the World Cup again? Do they have one of the greatest teams? The answer is yes. Doesn't matter who they face. They have a strong team 2026. Very well said. Very well said. I like that. Um, Austria. Man, you know what? I'm going to go back. I got to go through Austria's team and watch some highlights and see some results. Um, I know they're
Yes.
good. I just don't know how good.
I'm
Don't
thinking
know how.
of player. Well, Savitzer, Arnautovic. They have Alaba, I guess too. They have some good
It's
names.
true. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Um, Mamunar saying Algeria and Jordan would be two physical games for Argentina. Um, if you watch Euros, Austria were exciting on the eye. They topped the group with France. Wasn't it? Did they? Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. I must have missed that. I really must have missed that. Really must have. Kevin Ganso, DF from Spurs, is Austrian. Okay, designated forward from Spurs. Nice to know. Nice to know. Um, Ralph Rangnick. Oh, shoot. Okay. Who was it Uzbekistan that's being coached by Cannavaro? Side note, by the way, just I don't know
Yeah.
how I got that.
I don't know honestly.
I think they showed Cannavaro at one point, or was
I
I wrong?
remember, yeah. I didn't know he was the coach of Uzbekistan.
Let me. Sorry, completely side note here. Completely,
Yeah.
completely. Yeah, he is. Fabio Cannavaro is coaching Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many Argentinian coaches in the ceremony. You had
Mhm.
Alfaro from Ecuador, Pochettino from the US. You
Yeah.
had a
Well,
few.
Bielsa. I don't know if Bielsa was there for Uruguay,
Yes.
so there's that. Algeria are the second best African team. Don't sleep on them. They've done well previous World Cups and often take points off big teams. They do. They were again 10, 11 years ago, 12 almost for next year. But Algeria versus France in 2014 was a difficult game for France. It was not an easy game for them. And I agree. No, Algeria is one of the better, much better African teams. I believe the reigning African champions are Cote d'Ivoire, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they are. And there's the African Cup of Nations next month, right? End of this month, next month. So might give Argentina a bit of an idea. Austria topped their group with Bosnia, Romania, Cyprus, and San Marino. Not the most difficult of groups, but hey, you play against who you have to play against, right? So congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. All right. So overall, before we move on to something a little bit different, how are we feeling about this, Osvaldo, with everything?
I'm confident just because we're Argentina, we're the reigning champions. I think that we also have an advantage in the way that the last World Cup, since we lost the first match with Saudi Arabia, we had 6 matches that if we lost, we were out of the competition. And
Yeah.
what this World Cup has as special as new is that now there is what, six knockout matches or five? I'm trying to think. This
32, 16 quarters, semis, and final.
five, five instead of four, which makes it a little bit more pressure. It's hard to play five matches in a row knowing that if you lose, you're out. But Argentina kind of went through that in the last World Cup, playing actually six, because since after losing against Saudi Arabia, they had to play knowing that if they didn't win, they were out. So we have that advantage. I think the group, although yes, if you go country by country, Algeria, Austria, they have good names. If they're in the World Cup, it's because of something. But it's also true that we are Argentina. But starting the round of 32 is gonna get tough. But again, as I think someone was mentioning in the chat, when they know they're facing Argentina, I think they're gonna be even more scared than we are against facing them. So that's something good.
That very true, and also very well said. Very well said. I like that. For as much as we say, oh, Scaloni's still picking the majority of the players that won the World Cup in 2022. Well, kind of what you just mentioned as well, Osvaldo. This team played six finals in 2022 after they lost to Saudi Arabia, because that match versus Mexico was like they had to win that. If they didn't, they would have gotten eliminated. Poland, and then you have the knockout stage matches. So this team has the experience. They won the World Cup. They won two Copa America titles. They won the Finalissima. They know what to expect from the World Cup. The big thing is going to be how Scaloni manages the team, and if he brings in the younger players, right? Keep talking about it, Masantuono, Sule, what's going to happen with other strikers, defenders, whatnot. So I'm confident. I absolutely am confident. It's the reigning world champions. I think teams are going to be afraid of us more than we are of them. And you know what? Bring them on. No matter who it is. If we have to play whoever, then we play whoever. Bring them on. That's how it
Well
is.
said. Well said. Well said.
All right. Let's look at the chat. Let's not act like Austria had a tough group. They have a good coach and a couple of interesting players, but you have to have Argentina as the favorites. Yes. Austria topped the group with France and Portugal at the last Euros. That's impressive, but then crashed out to Turkey. Okay. Question here: what's our likely path after the group stage? Uruguay in the 32. Then it's too difficult to tell. It could be Portugal in the quarters. It could be Brazil, England in the semis. No one knows. It's very different. And Caspan asking about the traveling. Kansas City and I think California, Kansas City, Santa Clara, and Arlington are the three cities that potentially might get some matches for Argentina. Let's see. Weak fullbacks plus wingers should be major concern. Molina, Montiel, Acuna are not convincing. Giuliano, Nico Gonzalez haven't been convincing. Luckily, in 6 months, a lot will have changed. A lot could change, and as I mentioned, or as we mentioned, these guys have the experience. I would have preferred a lesser African team, but it is what it is. Look, Argentina could end up losing to Algeria. No one knows, but I saw a lot of people worried about Argentina playing Morocco, and not many mentioning Algeria. And no disrespect to Algeria, like I said, we could end up losing to them. So I don't think we're playing the most difficult team out of Africa, but we're playing a very, very strong team out of Africa. Ismail, we have Brazil, England, Portugal, England all in our side of the bracket if they win their groups. It's a tough bracket. It's a tough side. All right. Next up, we have, it's the December giveaway, Osvaldo. Let me bring this up here.
Yes. What a better day or what a better month to do the giveaway of the 2026 World Cup jersey of Argentina than the day of the draw. So that's what we are doing. If you go to mundoalbiceleste.com, you will be able to, you can also scan the QR code that it's on the screen. And you can participate to win that jersey. Last few months, we gave away some shirts like the Maradona in 1986, Kempes 1978, the one that, for example, Riquelme used in 2006, that away kit. And this time is this one. So you can go participate, and also you can see on the screen we do a giveaway every month. We also have a weekly trivia. You can participate, get points in the leaderboard to win for prizes. You can win a ball signed by Julian Alvarez from the 2022 World Cup, Messi Inter Miami jersey, So there's a lot of things we're trying to do in the website beside the news and of course the YouTube lives. So hopefully we always say our goal is to at some point get enough subscribers to maybe, who knows, give away a trip for an Argentina fan around the world to watch an Argentina match either in Argentina, in a World Cup, in a Finalissima, in a Copa America. So that's what we're trying to do right now.
Yes, some big stuff coming up, especially going into the World Cup year. So it's actually this jersey here, the one that I'm wearing. I got mine the long sleeve. The one we'll be giving away, I think, will be the short sleeve. But
Yes.
I know a lot. I know when the shirt first came out, a lot of people were like, "I'm not too sure, whatever." But trust me, when you see it in person, it's pretty nice. I like it. I'm a big fan. When you see it in person, it's different. It's different.
I
So
do like it. Yeah, I do like it a lot.
yeah. All right. So all the details, of course, on mundoalbiceleste.com. Going back to the chat, a lot of people still talking about the draw. Of course, it's a big talk. Portugal in the quarters on paper, and England or Brazil in the semis. Oof, oof. Have every host got an easier group game than defending champions? FIFA crossing fingers. One of them goes far. Don't think it'll work. Yeah, I don't know. Let's. I mean, Pochettino, we know his track record doesn't always do too well. Mexico, I mean, if they play at home, could be a very good side. And Canada is still growing in the game, but I think they could cause a shock or two. Do you see any one of the three making the quarterfinals?
Not
It's
the
tough.
quarterfinals, maybe the round of 16. From those three, to be 100% honest, the one that I think might do the best might be Canada. They were the best one in the Copa America from those three teams. I think the US and Mexico has more of a tradition of football,
Mhm.
although Mexico has way more than the US. But Canada, little by little, they're starting to have some good players playing well in good tournaments. And that rivalry between Mexico and the United States, I think they kind of left out Canada, but they're the ones that slowly but surely they've been climbing some spots in the ranking.
Yeah, that's true. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. I mean, look, I'd like to see Canada go far, of course, but yeah, maybe not quarters, maybe round of 16. I could definitely see them making it out of the group, the three of them, but I'm not saying it'll happen. But yeah, maybe round of 16. Maybe round of 16. All right. BC saying Algeria and Austria are not pushovers. No, they're not. Um, you have to win a knockout game now to get to a last 16 game, and CONCACAF has won 4 out of 5 knockout games in almost 100 years. Just getting there will be hard. Yeah. Um, Iran is ranked 20th in FIFA rankings. They are better than Egypt. Wow. Wow. Wouldn't be surprised if one of the hosts goes further than England. Man, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. England never made the semifinal of a World Cup not in Europe, and don't think that changes. Hopefully not, my friend. Hopefully not. Um, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. In Uruguay in round of 16 in 1986. That was in Mexico. So that's going to be interesting as well, right? I don't know how many of the games are played in Mexico. I think Canada only gets a couple of games, not much, but the majority, I believe, are in the United States.
Yes.
Um, yeah, Roy is right. Group could have been a lot worse. It could have been. It could have been. All right. On that note, anything before we close things up, Osvaldo?
Excited about the World Cup. I think it already started. It's not just a saying that the World Cup starts with the draw. I think it really is like that. Uh, I like all this anticipation toward the World Cup. I remember, for example, the one just 4 years ago or 3 years and a half ago. All that anticipation, Argentina being the favorites, it could be this the time that we win the World Cup, and we lost against Saudi Arabia in that first match, and all that anticipation went to the trash,
Yeah.
and then trying to rebuild the confidence in a few matches. Um, but I love that anticipation. So yeah, very excited.
Oh, likewise. I'm the same. I was excited about the draw, and I woke up this morning and thinking about the draw, and then once it started, even just when they were picking out the hosts like Canada, USA, Mexico, that's when I was like, okay, like what's gonna happen here, and then the anticipation starts and the excitement builds up even more. Um, it's an exciting time. It really, really is, and it's part of the hopefully very, very good ride. For being honest, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It definitely is.
Yes.
Um, all right. On that note, I want to say a big thank you to you, of course, Osvaldo, as always, and to everybody for joining us. I mentioned it last time. I keep mentioning it. We got a lot of stuff coming up. It's the end of the year. We're going to do the top 10 moments of the year. We might do that live or just pre-recorded video we upload. We'll see how we got that. And we're going to start doing retrospective in terms of national teams for the World Cup for Argentina. So taking a look back at those, and we'll probably have those in live discussions. On that note, I want to say a big thank you to everybody for joining. As always, hit the like button if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notifications button to be the first person notified as soon as a new video drops or as soon as we go live. As always, my name is Roy Nemer of Mundo Albiceleste.com, joined by Osvaldo Godoy of Mundo Albiceleste.com. Until next time, take care, everybody.